So that home that you've been watching for a while just lowered the purchase price by $20,000 and you got all excited. But guess what? I'm here to say don't take the lower purchase price. What? Are you crazy? Don't take the lower purchase price? What are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is let's do the math. What do you mean do the math? Let's look at the math of taking a lower purchase price versus instead keeping the purchase price where it is and taking that same amount of money in selling concessions. And in selling concessions, I'm talking about going toward closing costs and, in this case, a 2-1 buy down. What's a 2-1 buy down? Well, a 2-1 buy down is essentially buying down the interest rate in the first 2 years. It's buying down the rate 2% in the first year and 1% in the second year. So let's take an example. Look at the numbers on the screen. We're using a home, $620,000 original sale price, and you're looking to either lower the purchase price to $600,000 or instead keep it and take the selling concessions in place of it. Well, if you see on the screen here, the math don't lie. And what I mean by that is the difference that you get in the first 2 years, which is the lower payments in year 1 and year 2. So on a 6.5% interest rate, hypothetically, it would be 4.5% in the first year, 5.5% in the second year, and then 6.5% in year 3 going forward, versus doing a lower purchase price, therefore lower loan amount at the 6.5% for the full period of time. Well, in this situation, you can see that in the first 2 years, you're gonna save a considerable amount of money. Now, the cost of the buy down is there as well, and the difference in the cost of the buy down versus what the selling concessions could be, you can use that for other closing costs. So you can see on this page here that the overall out-of-pocket costs in the first 2 years of doing the selling concessions versus lowering the purchase price are considerably less, and therefore you have to calculate what's called a payback period. And a payback period is the out-of-pocket savings versus what the difference in payment is in year 3 going forward. And in the case I have on the screen here, you're talking 12 years. Well, each person is different, but to me, that's a no-brainer. If it's gonna take me 12 years to make up the difference, I'm not taking a lower price. I'm taking the selling concessions. So if you have questions about it, reach out to me. But make sure that if you are looking at getting a lower purchase price, that you're talking to somebody that can help you look at the difference, because if this is an option, it may be a better option for you. Tell me what you think.